What do gamers actually want? I don't know, but get ready to be called an incel on Twitter anyway by someone who's most likely a footy.
Super election vote shows fans really want a new Mega Man, Ace Attorney, Dino Crisis, and Devil May Cry. 82% of the voters identified as male, 14% identified as female. Yeah, what a big surprise.
That's 4% unaccounted for. Interesting.
Like, I love how every single time that there's, like, actually a fucking vote, like, who do you think is playing all these fighting games? You think it's
50% women, that's what I got told by the media.
women sitting around playing fighting games, Street Fighter and Devil May Cry? No, it's mostly guys. Like, fucking obviously. Do you really think Dante was like, yeah, girls think he's hot, but how many of them are playing the game? Probably not as many as the guys.
But a lot of them are trying a lot of Rule 34 about him. It's just how things work.
Come on. What's the remaining 4%? I don't fucking know. Probably people that just didn't want to answer. Didn't want to be part of a statistic, you know? So yeah, 14% seems high. That seems just about right to me. As for results, there's plenty to dive into. Devil May Cry was...
Yeah, by the way, that does seem pretty about right. I would say that 10 to 20% of gamers are probably girls at this point.
voted as the #1 character.
And a lot of them are fat. Like most Taylor Swift fans that are women and go to concerts are ridiculously obese.
Yeah, because it's 82% guys. How many percent of that, like what percent of the 82% grew up with Devil May Cry 1, 2, or 3 thinking to themselves, Dante is just the coolest guy, man. Whenever I get older, I'm gonna...
And how many of those guys are now playing Stardew Valley? It's just the way things are.
It'd be just like that. Because that was me. Fuck. That would have been me. Yeah, he's...
And now you're a skeleton. Nice. Well, almost.
He's a cool dude. Yeah, he was so fucking cool. I loved it. Surprised it wasn't Virgil. He was cooler. Well, Dante is he's like a main character, right? So, yeah. Dino Crisis managed to take #2 spot for most well-liked Capcom games. Damn, that's... I thought Monster Hunter would be #2, but okay. When comparing the global votes to Japan-only votes, the former had Devil May Cry, the later had Akumi as the top, never played that.
What is that?
Resident Evil ranked #1 globally, not a surprise. Japan had Monster Hunter based. However, Mega Man managed to be #2 in both categories. Yeah, you're goddamn right. Whatever happened to that? Ace Attorney could give less of a fuck. Worth noting that from X, the Mega Man Series X took Subspot took 3 spots as well, just behind Dante and Leon. View the complete results.
Oh boy.
There we go. All right. So, what a big surprise.
Generation rating, 30s and 20s, obviously the super majority. Makes sense.
82% are dudes. Yep, this is just about right. Generation ratio, mostly dudes in, wow, guys in their 20s to 30s. And some in their 40s now that gaming's been around longer. Who could have ever, what are you telling me that the main people that play video games are young guys?
I don't know if I'm gonna call 30 young.
No way. No way, what? No. No, it's... What about all those emerging audiences? What about, aren't we gonna get all the board house?
They're watching the Vogue Star Wars. That's what they're doing. That's where the emerging audience is. Or they have probably found, you know, closets with places that they can hang their belts, you know? It is what it is.
Housewives that watch The View, we're gonna get them to go play Devil May Cry. Oh, man. Jesus Christ. So what's the country ratio? Japan, United States. Okay, it's about right. So U.S.
Oh, Brazil representing. Wow.
#1, obviously, is the most people. Congratulations. Dante is #1 character. Devil May Cry, #1 franchise or title.
Makes sense.
Yeah, bro, I could have told you this. Like, I mean, let's be real. Like, yeah, I could have told you this. What's this here? Devil May Cry 5, Resident Evil 4. Bro, like, Monster Hunter should have been higher, bro. Like, I feel like they should have put these two together. This 7K versus 5K. This is an expansion. This should be like 12K. It should be #2. But, yeah, it's whatever. It's rigged. Japan, there it is. Male and female, so girls.
What is this, though, I wonder?
Girls like Okami.
Are we missing out on something good? I have a feeling we are, aren't we?
I mean, what the
At
fuck
this
is
point.
this shit? I don't even know what that is. I don't know what that game. I never even heard of it. Top 3 game by generations. Dino Crisis. So like basically what this says is that old people are too slow for Devil May Cry. Like that's just what it says.
Hey, there's a reason classic World of Warcraft is a success. Doesn't require a lot. and there's a reason Phase 3 dropped the ball because, you know, Sunken Temple was way too hard for a lot of people. It is what it is.
Right? Like I'm not trying to like start an agenda here. I'm just saying like according to the data that's presented, you know, it is what it is, right? It's in the middle. Yeah, exactly, pretty much. Yeah. Interesting comments from Capcom. Yeah. Column. Favorite Capcom game.
Why do you think I have heard of this Dino Crisis? Dino Crisis games. Let's see, what do we have here? Oh, it's this one! Oh, yeah. Ah, yeah. Okay. I have not played, but I have seen it, and when I was young, I wished I had played it. That's how it goes with Dino Crisis. I actually remember this. Man, boy, that is some good stuff, not gonna lie. Nice.
Game series, Biohazard, Monster Hunter, fuck yeah. Damn, it's crazy how Monster Hunter is only number 4. I don't know why Monster Hunter hasn't popped off in the US in the same way that it did in Japan. Because, like, look in Japan, bro, like, Monster Hunter and Mega Man are just, like, so far ahead.
True.
I guess Ace Attorney's pretty high up there, too. But, yeah. Favorite Capcom game ranking. Favorite Capcom character. What a surprise. Dante, Leon, and Mega Man. And then Virgil's number 4. And then Jill. From a 82% male audience, I can see why. Ranking top 10, Dante, yeah, of course. Let's see here. Top 10 of male and female. So girls like Leon more. Wow. Another big shocker there, guys. What?
It makes all the sense.
No way.
Imagine that. Women actually want good-looking characters. And men also want that. And it doesn't matter if it's male or female. Unexpected, I know.
PSP and DS Monster Hunter, the reason why a game popped off in Japan? Yeah, you think so? Yeah, I wonder why. Top 3 for generations, Dante. Kids think Dante is the... Man, I was 14. Yep. Fucking yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it's so funny how it's so obvious, right? It's just so obvious. Let's see here. Top 10 most popular male characters. Yeah, okay. Female characters.
Oh,
Chun-Li. Yeah, I would have expected that.
Wait, Chun-Li didn't win overall? Wow, top 10 in Japan. Well, it's kind of close. And I have to say,
yeah.
These pixels right here. I have to say, they're pretty good. Not gonna lie, boys. The pretty appealing pixels.
I would have expected that. Okay. So what do you look for in Capcom games? Number 1 is exhilarating gameplay. What's so funny about this is that hot characters, unique and attractive characters, is almost number 1.
That's a big part. Hey, again, how many modern games fail and you look at the trailer and you're like, this is a disgusting, ugly freak of nature character. Very cool. And it fails. Because these things go hand in hand. If you make a disgusting character, it just ends how it's supposed to end, okay? People don't like that. People don't want to play it.
It's almost number 1. Like, it's very, very close. It's like, it's closer to...
And the third one is also a good storyline that has twists and cannot be predicted from the announcement trailer. Wow! But that's like a seriously bigger margin for 2 over 3. That's kind of insane, actually, how much this matters. And it does matter a lot. I think it matters a lot also because it's not hard. And if you muck up the, characters not being ugly part, then how are you gonna not fail everything else, right?
The number 1, the number 2 is the number 3 is the number 2. Right? It's massive. Yeah, what a fucking surprise, man. Unpredictable and exciting storyline, memorable background music, high difficulty, superb graphics.
I'm surprised people are actually talking about memorable background music. Good background music is very good in games, but I would say the game ambience is more important than music in general. And, story dialogue, well, that's not music. Well, it could be. That depends. A good soundtrack when combat's happening or something like that is very necessary and adds a lot to the game. Although I'm surprised people kind of vote about that thing that much.
Oh wow, graphics are only down at 34,000. What a surprise. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's not a big surprise. I wish more people saw this. Yeah, fucking exactly. This is why Honkai Star Rail makes 100 million almost every month. Yeah, because people like attractive characters. You don't want to add in some, like, ugly...
No, Honkai Star Rail makes that much because they have a lot of gacha mechanics and people spend money on that thing like crazy. That's why it makes a lot of money. It's still very popular and it does kind of follow this flowchart of things to a degree, but it makes a lot of money because it's predatory, okay? Let's not confuse these two things.
Bitch, and then nobody what the fuck wants to be that, it's not even a question. So yeah, so people that sold beer in the 80s knew what they were doing. Yeah, duh. People also like gambling. They sure do. No one cares about playing with other people. No, not really.
Yeah, that's expected.
Gameplay. Bro, base Japan.
Nice. Well, to be honest, they won only by 7 votes, which is insane.
Japan doesn't even care about the game.
Wow.
They're just like, yeah, I really want to have a hot character. I want to have a really hot bitch in the game. That's what matters, right? Everything else is whatever. Holy fuck, man. There's only 7 different votes? Yeah.
Depth of replay is an interesting one, I would honestly say, because even though I typically don't look to replay games, when I'm looking at a game and I know that this has replay value, it just automatically scores better in my mind. In case of anything, I can replay this game and that's cool. I think depth of replayability is pretty interesting and pretty underrated, honestly, maybe even. Well, it scored high in the overall thing, but, still.
But still, it's crazy that it came out on top. I know, it only barely beat it by 7. But that's still nuts, man. Holy shit. I didn't care about story. Yeah, holy fuck, man. Let's see what the rest of this is. What image of Capcom do you have? Creative spirit,
really.
What's this here? Force of playfulness. Let me look at the rest of this. Ranking details. Dino Crisis. I never played Dino Crisis. Top 3 bed generations. Big fucking surprise. And this is all a bunch of other random stuff. Can we remake with the latest technology, including character design, which story direction? I don't even know. Fuck, probably about. I want.
Man, interesting. Well, turns out gamers want predictable things. Wow, who would have expected that? When we're talking about things for fun and leisure time and whatnot, it's kind of a very predictable formula. Wow, man, someone should really tell that to Disney and all the other stupid companies that ruin everything. They really should maybe try to convey these things because they have not gotten the memo at all. Oh boy. We're doing Acolyte also, episode 3. It was beautiful. Perfect. Beautiful. Anyway, that's it. Bye-bye.